are listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof on Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof on Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You are listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Man. Woo! Welcome to the show. That's right. Here we are, late again. I did it again. Look at me. I did it again. I fell asleep. I woke up. No shit. I thought it was the morning. And I don't understand what happened because I set the alarm like I do. I have one set for 6:30 in the morning and 6:30 at night. And I don't know why it didn't wake me up. Amy texted me. I can't believe that. I bet you that's what woke me up. The text 5 minutes ago. Because I got up. I couldn't figure out. I literally woke up and I was like, oh, shit. I got to go to my treatment. Oh, Amy's show is. I did the same thing I did the other day. Same thing. But I caught it because this time I remembered. I go, the sun's not up. So here we are. Let's do a show. And I got to tell you, Man, that's such a weird experience, but I can't thank you enough for hanging. Thank you, Amy, for texting me. Should have next time just call. I must have slept hours, many hours, because I remember the last thing I remember was I was gonna go get something to eat. I went food shopping, came home, had a little snack, made some eggs and drank my drink, smoked a bowl, fell asleep, and that was it. I don't remember what time it was. The last time I remember looking was 12:30, but I don't know. But I can tell you what, when you sleep like that, you need it. And I needed it. And even though I only slept 4 hours in 2 days before that tonight, before what I just did. So I needed it. Anyway, I'm going to go as much as I can. I'll go a couple of hours, do the regular routine. I've got a whole show set up. The hell? I've got drool coming off the side of my face. I didn't even get it. Oh, yeah, I did. I trimmed up the beard a little today. That was the last thing I remember doing. All right. So we're here. All right. I don't make any excuses. I can't tell you how sorry I am for being a little late. But it's kind of comical in a way because it's so routine for me. It is just bizarre. So let's get started. You can see the shows here. You know what it's about. I think we're in serious denial. This isn't anything different than what I've been talking about every day. I was going to start doing shows. And each show, this is what I used to do when I made shows. Each show, because it's slow now, there's not a lot of stuff going on. So each show, which I'm going to go back to do, I'm going to do a little something for the show every day. So I'm going to try to do like a 15-minute video a day. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I want to do something different. For you. I don't know, man. I just keep talking shit. That's it. I'm just a shit talking fool. Nah, ufology's in a strange place. I say it every night. But let's just get going. We'll do I'm not even going to do a roll call. But I'll do it. I'll do it anyway. Real quick one, though. This is like major quick roll call action, so don't get upset if your name's not called. Samo, Gufonian Rockstar, Helen, how do you duty? Bupkiss, Reality Check, FAP, Alfie Joe Bob, Samo, B. Daniel, what do you say? How do you be, man? AG11, Glenn Collins, Big Band Guy, Eric, Paranormal Highway, how you doing, man? Good to have you back. Diane Boss. Helen, how you guys? Thanks for waiting. Bob Perkins, how you doing? 2 B's are better than 1. Hey, Mike, good to see you, buddy. Excellent. Thank you for hanging out. Chicago 420. Nice. I'm about to imbibe myself. Intergalactic Angler. Thor Panku. Best name ever, man. Best name. Sky Allen. How you doing, man? From Sky to Scott. What do you say, skis? Well, SCs. Skis. That you see now, that's a 1980, a skeezer. Do you guys remember skeezers? Man, that guy's a skeezer. That was more of like an ethnic term, but skeezer kind of had a short run. Remember that? Skeezers? Ray Field, welcome to the show. Ray, man. We don't have enough time, but that's, I'm here. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. I know you were here on... I just feel bad. Bernie Muro. How you doing, B? What's up, Mr. Muro? Foghorn Leghorn. Glenn Croy, everybody. Magnolia V12. Vroom vroom, everybody. Hey, Terry Marwood, how are you? Jeff Neff, how you doing? Jim Neff. Don't ask me why I said Jeff Neff. That's my dyslexia. See? David Rogue. Is it Rogue? Susie Komu. How you doing? Hope I said that right, too. Kamau. Your name can really cause me some damage to my brain. It's so easy. Mike Johnson, did you say the episode? Yeah, that was last week. We're going to play the whole episode now. Nah, I'm joking. V-Man, how you doing? Welcome. That's a new person, huh? Zach Diecast Mantu. What's up? All right. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. I said that earlier, I know. But hello. Welcome to Goof on World. A little late, but you're still going to get high quality, high energy, high host. I mean, not really. I'll get a buzz on, though. Hey, Andrew. Throwing down, I hope he doesn't pass away, $2. That's the truth. That could happen. That could happen. And then how would you feel? Hey, I didn't say Jeanette's name. Jeanette fell asleep too, I guess. So you threw down two of these. $2, Andrew, 420 Rockstar. Thank you, 420 Goofonian Rockstar. Mucho gusto generoso for 2 super chats right at the, beginning of my entrance. Thank you, Andrew, for throwing that down. And we are supported by you. So if you find it in your heart, all the links are in the show description. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal preferred, Cash App, all the shit, all the links are in the show description. All the shit's in the description, I was going to say. All that shit. That's all he does is beg for money. Yeah, go beg for cash. Praise for cash, whatever the frig you say. Friggin' sea sucker. All right. You ready? Now I've got cotton mouth and I had no cotton yet. I hate that. Shh. Hate that. Hate it. But tonight, we're going right now. Let's get up. Let's get the show going. We've got a shit show to go. You've got to be... Oh, this is great. This is just great. All right. So check it out. I am going to... I'm going to lose it. Actually lose control of my my bowels? No. This is embarrassing. I can't believe this. Well, I'm just going to start off with this anyway. So, you know who David Adair is, right? You remember that jokester? Well, he believes disclosure's right around the corner. He's come out of the woodworks for no apparent reason. This guy, nobody hears from him. Now, all of a sudden, ufology gets a little popular. He's found a way to come out of the woodwork. David Adair explains why he believes there is still such a strict policy of secrecy surrounding UAPs. Ooh, UFOs. It's not so much that the public is going to panic because there's an alien life out there. No. They're scared because they're about to be caught in a 5-decade-long lie. Shut off. Everybody knows. We all know they lied. You're not doing anything special, Adair. I dare you to make like a tree and get out of here. Unbelievable. Why do they got to do this stuff? Wait. And nobody's talking about you. You know what I mean? Now, why is this here? How'd this happen? How'd that get there? That shouldn't be there. That's weird. I don't know what's going on, but I'm changing this here. Check it out. David Adair's out. Come on!
Perception of the public and the attitude.
Frickin' prick.
If it hadn't been for that, I would have went to my grave and never said a word about this because I wanted a normal,
Is anybody else's gaydar going off? Mine's going off about 5,000 times a second. I didn't know David Adair was David Fred Astaire. I didn't know he was that.
Mainstream life career.
That's a confusing little time we're living in.
An engine in the basement of a top secret base called Area 51. Mainly because I built an engine similar to it and it landed there, and that's why they wanted me to.
Did he always sound a little fruitigificus? I never remembered him sounding so sweet.
There, and I was 17 years old at the time.
I'm sorry, I kept talking. Let me go back I'll just play it. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm sorry. Not.
There's a shift, a change in perception of the public and the attitude. If it hadn't been for that, I would have went to my grave and never said a word about this because I wanted a normal, mainstream life career. Like I'm going to tell people, I'll stand on top of an alien engine in the basement of a top secret base called Area 51. Mainly because I built an engine similar to it, and it landed there, and that's why they wanted me there. And I was 17 years old at the time. Despite the fact that I won the most outstanding field of engineering sciences from the United States Air Force in 1971, and we can see newspaper stories and clippings of me in that rocket. So I still wouldn't stand a chance. So I decided, no, I'm not saying a word. I saw a lot of people take tremendous criticism in the 60s and the 70s, but then there's been a shift in the last 20 years.
Bullshit!
The American public now really believes there's somebody else out there. And if somebody would land here right now, the American public would go, cool, as long as they're not trying to blow us away or eat us up or something, there's no problem. What they will be a problem is
hardly. That is not at all that's going to happen. People will blow their minds. I will. I'd be running outside, running into buildings, running in circles. Oh, I got to read you something somebody said about me that I never saw, that I ignored. I just can't believe the things that people say about me. It's amazing. But David Adair, dude, I mean, I know you're like, why are you even playing this? It's like, because it's David Adair, #1, and everybody loves a comeback, right? David Adair is trying to come back, isn't he? No, he's not making a comeback. Isn't this his comeback tour? He's starting the. Actually, he looks like he has. I think that's old. That doesn't even look like a new video to me, right? Doesn't he look like he hasn't aged? That guy hasn't aged. This has got to be 20 years old. What happened? Well, he's got a positive look on things, doesn't he?
Is that if the federal government's caught lying, which I know they are lying, they've been lying for probably since 1971 that I know for sure. So if they've been lying,
that's a nice
Roswell,
specific time.
It's true. So they've been lying 50 consecutive years and probably much longer than that. The engine I saw did not come from the Roswell crash. The engine I saw was as big as the Roswell craft. So this is something even bigger. That's another one. So how many do they have? How much they got? That's where the real problem is. Who shot King? Who shot, I know for sure.
Hold on.
I know for sure. So if they've been lying, then Roswell, very likely it's true. So they've been lying 50 consecutive years and probably much longer than that. The engine I saw did not come from the Roswell crash. The engine I saw was as big as the Roswell craft. So this is something even bigger. That's another one. So how many do they have? How much they got? That's where the real problem is.
The hell's flying? Has he got bugs flying around?
How many do they have? How much they got? You know, that's where the real problem is. Who shot King? Who shot
JR? Got it. All right. I wonder why. What are they going to do? What are they going to do it? Why wouldn't they do it? Da, 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 da. Because of the wonderful things he says. We're off to see Adair because he has no hair. That was cheap. I'm so sorry for that, bald guys. Yeah, you know you're bald. Glenn Croy, everybody. Couldn't have been a faux pas. $20. Glenn Croy throwing it down like there's no shame in this game of goof on, not afraid to be seen. Not to be afraid to be seen at goof on. Thank you very much, Glenn Croy. It takes a lot of guts. I'm trying to come up with something new. Welcome to the show. No, thank you for the super chat. $20. No Nike. It's a dono. It's the best there is. It's pure love. Thank you. Glenn Croy, everybody. Glenn Croy, everybody. And Rebecca Wiles, the Lavender Rose, making an appearance like a year ago. Good to see you. This is a weird. That is weird. You know, I was thinking about you too. That's really strange. I thought if it was yesterday or today, but it was within a day. I can't remember anything because, you know, I've got skitchkoid. But thank you, Rebecca. Lavender Rose, everybody. She's still alive. Rebecca Wiles. The wild one. Thanks for the super dono. It's beautiful love. Mucho gusto. Generoso. Lavender Rose. Magnolia V12 with the $5 super says, my wife said give you a 5 since you mentioned us. And thanks again for the bracelet. Wow. You're welcome. But that had to be a while ago, right? Because we haven't done anything like that in 2 years. Remember we used to have the crystals giveaway? Yeah. People would donate. $5 got you the entry. We pulled the friggin' thing out of the hat. You know, and then we gave away some jewels. We did that for like 3, 4, 5 months. Yeah. It's just shipping out of the country was ridiculous. But Magnolia V12, that's awesome. Thank you for the $5 super. Great. And I'm glad you enjoy the bracelet as well. Thanks for being here. And thanks for the $5. Mucho gusto generoso. Guys are awesome. Thank you, Glenn, Rebecca, Magnolia V12. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I stopped the show to say thank you. Some people are like, what? I think as we're sitting here in the throes of oh my God. You won't believe what I thought I just saw. That I thought somebody just donated $1,000. I was like, what the it isn't, but it's okay. It's okay. It was an ad and it came in with these two PayPal support right after $25. David Wilcox, man, thank you so much. You two are unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Throwing down $25. Good times come with those are late. Nice. I love this. I think that's how. Wait, good things come to those who are late. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, you got it right and wrong. But I like what you made up. It's good things come to those who wait. Thank you for waiting. That's crazy. And thanks for the Canadian $25. Thanks, man. PayPal support through David Wilcox, continually doing that. Thank you very much. And Marvelous Marvin with the $5 PayPal support. Man, thank you so much. I didn't even see you were here. You gotta be around here somewhere. And Mystic, too. Oh, there you are. Here you are, Marvelous Marvin. What's up, man? Thanks for the 5 bones. That's cool, man. Thanks a lot. I definitely, we use all of it. Goes right back into the show. Yum, yum. And we just keep doing what we do. And yeah, we're in the field for over 20 years. Do you guys know what that means? Do you guys know what it means when somebody says they're in the field? Did you know Alien Addict didn't know what that meant? And Lee, they're like, what is that? Rich says, I've been in the field for 20 years. What does that even mean, in the field? What does that mean? What does it mean? Whew. I knew I made the right decision to leave that nest of crazies. Mystic with, it's a super dono. It's $3 of some outrageous, beautiful number next to the 3. I don't know what that is, but $3 super dono. It's a dono. For those who don't know, it's a donation with no comment, no emoji sticker, or a heart. Or, as Jeanette does, 3 hearts. Because she likes slot machines. Thank you very much, Mystic. A continuing supporter for a few years. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, Generoso. Mystic. It's nice to see some people here, too. Thought I'd say hi to Derek Kennedy. How you doing, brother? Andrew's still here. Reality Check Rebecca. There she is. Marvelous Marvin. Made an I don't know what I was going to say. Made an acquaintance with me, I think. Nathan is here. Hey, what's up, Nathan? Thanks for hanging out, guys. Jim Neff, how you doing? I hope I say that right every time I say the same thing. Kelly Lewis, everybody. Stars and Night Vision, welcome to the show. Bob Perkins, did I already say it? If I didn't, I'll say it again. 2 B's. Oh, yeah, I did. All right. And Sarah M. And thanks for hanging out, Sarah, everybody. Let's keep moving. Shall we? Shall we? That's the question. So I beg this field to change. You know, I would love it if we all were honest and truthful people, but we are people. So let's not forget that from now on, anytime you go look at a video, you read a story or hear a claim or a whistleblower speaking, just remember, they're people too. And they lie, they cheat, they steal, and you'll never guess what else they do. They love, live, and what's the other one they do? Lament. I don't know. People are people. That's my point. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, you want to hear Lou Elizondo's got, I don't understand this guy. I just saw this. Let me pull it up. This is from Stephen Greenstreet on X. But he posted this about Lou. And he's saying, debunked UFO prophet Lou Elizondo now says stuff will be revealed by early to mid-2024. He began his UFO ministry back in 2017, but there's still no aliens. He says, trust me. Anytime somebody says, trust me, you don't. Trust me, I know. Howdy, folks. Just a quick update for you to consider. Please know that the ongoing efforts are underway and that will reveal themselves by early or mid-2024 at the risk of haters. Oh, didn't I already say this shit? I thought this looked familiar. Hater. Oh, yeah, I meant to talk about this, too. At the risk of haters trying to sabotage our efforts. I can't be precise at this time, but if you have learned anything over the last 5 years, I never make empty promises. Trust me, this will be worth it. Special thanks to Friend in Crime and Jay Stratton. I can't stand this shit. First off, let's take a look here. Howdy, folks. First of all, don't act like you're my friend. Just a quick update for you to consider. Just consider it. All right. Please know the ongoing efforts are on their way. Well, the funny thing that he says is right here. At the risk of haters won't let me highlight it. Trying to sabotage our efforts. I can't be precise at this time. So he's saying there's going to be a drop of information. All right. Next year. Remember, this is the same guy who said disclosure's already happened. We all know that's a lie because it hasn't. Just because you say UFOs are legit doesn't give disclosure an open door meeting, because that's not how it works. What did I just say there? Doesn't give disclosure an open door meeting. I like that. I think I'm going to use that again sometime, never. But it's true. Now, Lou, for the most part, has been truthful with us when it comes to what he's doing in the UFO field, because he's not really doing anything or saying anything. Well, he didn't. Now he's irrelevant. Honestly, he's irrelevant. That's why I'm talking about him. Because he made a relative comment. That is a lie. I would bet my life on it. Now, before I bet that life, take a look. You see it? Trust me. So I have a feeling nothing's going to come out except for pieces of shard, undetectable. You can't tell what it is, piece of crap in his hand. Who knows, in their hand. But Lou is not being truthful. There's no way. That claim has been made. And now we have a bookmark. Now we can just, today or yesterday or whenever he made the comment, you can mark it down. In October of 2023, Lou said in mid to late, early to mid 2024. So between March and June, we'll do that. Maybe even July, probably July 4th. They'll probably go for that weekend to do it. So the one thing that really stood out, though, was Lou saying the hater is going to sabotage. Let me ask you this. If Lou came out today and said, look, on June 21st, next year, we're going to drop some serious evidence. And I can't tell you where we're going to do it, but it's going to be live and it's going to be in front of a studio audience. So, all right, so let's say it can't be like he can't be putting up something like a LouCon, like Lou's UFO conference. He wouldn't be able to do that without advertising, but if he did it 2 weeks ahead of time, you're still going to give the haters time to go to your UFO con and what does he mean? At the risk of haters trying to sabotage our efforts. What haters? That's what I want to know. What haters? According to Lou, people don't want disclosure. These are the haters that don't want disclosure. Who doesn't want disclosure? Everybody wants disclosure. But Lou says there are these imaginary haters, right, that don't want disclosure and will do everything to stop them. Now, I ask you this. Does Lou mean us? Haters? Social media? Or does Lou mean government haters? People in the know. Maybe that's what he means. I have got to get me something to drink. This is getting out of control. This cottonmouth, I'm telling you, it's on. I've never had one this bad. I can't form words. It's hard to form words. Hold on a second. I have a cure for a second. For a minute. Hold on. But I'm asking you, who's the haters? Does anybody have an answer to this? Who's the haters? Who? Who are they? Lou. I tell you, Lou's lying. I don't know who the haters are. Does he mean the government? It doesn't make sense. Like, what are we going to do? Go spray paint the building? Oh, he's coming here on June 21st. Lou is a liar. Ha, that'll show him. What are they going to sabotage? You know, you bring all the evidence in on a flash drive, you put it in your pocket. What are they going to do? Bring a magnet to your pocket? Hey, I don't understand what he means. Somebody help me. I don't understand what he means. At the risk of haters trying to sabotage our efforts. Wow. That's all I can say. That's it. Just wow. Yeah, and you know what? You know Fessler and the girls over there? They're like, oh, they know what it means. Oh, yeah. I don't know what it means, but I think maybe Lou is a little bit on lighting the loafers. Maybe that's what it is. Because that whole group over there at Fesslerville, the Fist, they're all light in the loafers, right? Isn't that the light in the loafer channel? Look, you're not supposed to say the G word. You can still say gay? Well, whatever. I mean, not that I care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just saying. Lou makes sense. Doesn't it? I have seen Lou's eyebrows and they looked like they were waxed a few times. I'm just saying. I don't care. I'm not even going to justify what I said. You know what I mean. Friggin' worried about what? What am I worried about? Saying Lou may be gay? It's possible. Who cares? He could be. There's a lot of closeted, married gay guys. Oh, yeah. I never thought about it. All right, I thought about it for another show. All right, let's I got to go check this out. This is the Bigfoot phenomena going on in this world. People still talking. Third Phase of Moon put a video up. I want to throw it in there right now so I can go get my drink.
Kind of reflection.
You know, we looked at this the other day. Remember? I don't remember this. I guess we didn't get the full video or something. I don't remember it the way they're having it set up here. This is cool.
What makes you think it's not now? Yeah, first off, when this came out this morning, it's kind of making the rounds right now. Like today's episode is kind of big. We got this right after the big Tic Tac sightings and everything else that's happening around Catalina. Now we have kind of solid proof of something that's off in the distance. That's not a reflection. I thought it could be that it could have been a reflection within the cabin on the window, but then we could look and we get a really good close-up here. You can see these orbs going behind the clouds, and that's pretty revealing right there. Whatever we're looking at is something off in the distance. The big question is, what is it? Apollo, you got any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, what's interesting to me about this is the location. I mean, it's between Catalina and California, Point Dume. There's definitely a very interesting hotspot for UFOs in that general area. And to me, this definitely looks like something shining up through the clouds. I mean, my first thoughts were I didn't understand how close to the ground.
First of all, over in that area, hell yeah, Paula got it right. That's like hotspot central. Do you remember the movie A Tear in the Sky? And that's the one with the team and everything. What is it? What are they called? The UAPT force, whatever the hell they want to make believe. That was with Caroline Corey and everything. And they saw that thing in the sky, which was in that area. Well, apparently, they were going to rent a building, a home, or whatever, and watch that area for a year. That was their goal. And that's what I said. And she actually did respond to something like that to me when I talked about it on the show once. She was here when I was reviewing their movie. And she said that's actually something we've been trying to do. So I wonder, because I don't keep updates on, Caroline Corey, if that's something that's been going on, if it's in the works, it'd be exciting. No, really, because if here's the deal, that tear in the sky, they're trying to say it's a portal. There's no other video out there of it. Nobody else has decided to try. I'm going to videotape the same place in the movie and see if I can find that portal. Nobody else has done that yet. Well, what's wrong with people? I don't live there, so I can't do it. But I think Third Phase of Moon is going out in that area. Maybe they'll go out to the coast, and if they're nearby. I don't think they're in that area, though. But, man, just that whole area, Catalina area, is just, it is UFO central. All right, let's finish this one off. Let's just go to Bigfoot, because we know, we talked about this. Let's finish it off. Just finish.
Ground this plane was, but it seems like it's actually 30,000 feet. So it makes sense to me that, I don't know, it must be something that's a little higher up. So I'm not sure, but there's definitely a lot of UFO activity in
Good job, Apollo. Very good job. All right, let's go to the next phase. I wanted to look at this and through Third Phase of Moon's eyes, because they're worse than I am when it comes to not believing in Bigfoot. Even though they want to believe in that there could be something, they're like me, on the fence.
An elusive creature. All right, just squat it down.
Maybe they have an update on what really happened. We've seen this. I want to see
better ones, just due to the fact that some random family on a train in Colorado manages to capture this outside their passenger window of some kind of unknown cryptid. Brent, is this the elusive Bigfoot?
This is interesting because it doesn't seem like a setup. It doesn't seem like there's a person that was trying to, like, hey, we're going to pull a fast one, because these are just average people on a train capturing whatever it is off on the mountainside walking. It seems so random, and for it to be out there in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, you know what I was thinking about? Doesn't Bigfoot live in the woods? I don't think Bigfoot lives in the desert. If you look around there, those trees are pretty much shrubs. I don't see any place for Bigfoot to go meandering, skipping, climbing, hiding.
Really makes no sense. It seems like they really did capture something amazing. Again, we're going to get some really good close-ups of
this video is a few days old.
It kind of just blends right there. It's kind of like,
look at his hands. Watch what the guy does.
Now it's trying to camouflage itself within the bushes. It almost seems to disappear. It's pretty cool stuff. Apollo,
you can't say that. You can't say it's trying to blend in, because nobody knows the intentions of another animal.
Thoughts?
Well, my thoughts here on this, from spending time in Hollywood and the entertainment industry, is that if this is a costume, it's a really great costume, because I can just see from this video footage that the fur almost looks like silky and like real. It reminds me of like,
wow, isn't it amazing?
Yak fur that I've seen.
You know what's amazing about this field? I look at that Bigfoot and see fabric. I see cloth. I see nothing that looks real to me on that at all. On the other hand, Apollo, who's been around costumes of such nature and possibly Bigfoot, thinks it looks legit. Or more or less. You know, for the most part. It's amazing how we all have different perceptions, ideas, and thoughts on what we see. And we're looking at the same exact thing. Blows my mind.
Before, like, just from far away, you can see it's not like this shaggy fake like photo.
It is, but it is.
It's way out there. It doesn't look like there's much around. So if it was someone pulling a prank, like, they had to hike for a long time to get out there with a very realistic, like, for whatever. It is kind of weird because it looks like he's kind of squatting down to hide in the bushes. He kind of looks like he's camouflaging with the bushes. I'm not sure what's going on there, but really interesting video footage, that's for sure.
You know, people were asking Third Phase Moon, are you going to share this video of the recent sighting? We're sharing it with you right now, and I wanted to do
that
some
looks so
because,
fake.
Some of the videos, I haven't seen this kind of enhancement. As we look at it even closer, it does seem organic, obviously. Could it be somebody in a costume? It'd
yes!
be quite difficult to, like, pull a hoax off in this region and do the perfect timing, like you stated, Brent, earlier. A crew aboard a train, Colorado, out on this mountain.
All right. That's enough of that. All right. Thanks for holding over the fort, guys. Hey, Cthulhu, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging. This is Bigfoot. What person in their right mind would be out in the heat in a suit in the middle of nowhere? That's a good question too, actually. Because it is hot in that oh wait, where? No, it wasn't hot in that area. Yeah, that's like in a place where it's not the desert Southwest, but it looks like it is. But where was this again? It was oh, I can't remember, but it wasn't in the Southwest, was it? It's definitely fake, though. I definitely think that Green Street found out it was fake too. F-Graph, where have you been? F-Graph 72, good to see you. Well, I wear a size 12 and I'm only 5'9" on a good day. You know, I'm just average Joe, but I've always had big feet. You know what that means. Long shoelaces. I know. All right. We got some interesting things I want to show you here while we're here. I have got to show you this. I love this. I don't know why. I like strange things that happen on video, and some things you just can't explain. I think, I want to do a show on that. Maybe I'll change Wednesday's Trust show into weather phenomena and UFOs. Because I really do believe, and I've seen it, and I've had dreams upon dreams of seeing UFOs in thunderstorms, in inclement weather. It's very strange. People see stuff like that all the time. I think this is the video where people record stuff in storms. I think this is it. Let me pull it up for you. If it isn't, there's much more we can show you.
And I remember going to bed, looking out the window into the stars and thinking, are we really alone?
I don't know. Maybe.
The thing is, I think everyone at least once or twice in their lifetime stops to think about this simple but deep question.
What the heck is that? Oh, that is not streetlight. Okay, streetlights are down here. This is up in the sky and it's not a plane.
The thing is, seeing some sort of strange phenomenon while looking out the window is something from out of a movie. But in rare occasions, these things are actually captured on camera. And this is sort of what happened with Natalie Gamis when she noticed something really strange while peeking out the window in Cedar Park, Texas. And this is what she saw.
What's that? Oh my gosh. What is that?
I was muted. I said, isn't this the video of a plane? Let me ask you this, because this looks just like a plane design. And there's a red light that'll show up. You'll see it. But I think this is going extremely slow.
What is that?
What appears to be some sort of huge object can be seen hovering silently just next to her room. And completely baffled, she continued on recording this mysterious phenomenon.
See the green? There's the green light. There's the red light. It's an airplane. But for some reason, she thinks it's a UFO. Oh, I see. She's inside. She's not outside. It's an airplane.
Is that a UFO? Oh my gosh.
Wait, why is it stuck in the trees?
What the hell? No. Right there? Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out.
After being posted, this video left internet users baffled and divided.
I don't know.
While
I think
some
that's an
believe
airplane.
This is indeed some sort of otherworldly, mysterious object. Others think that this is just a drone. But it doesn't stop there. When it comes to strange phenomenon in the sky, 2023 has been a heck of a...
Oh, come on. That's a blimp. Don't be showing that stuff, guy. Where are the thunderstorms? I thought it was this one.
The moon is right there.
Oh, that's so cute. I love those people.
You got that right there.
Borehole. Now, taking all of this into consideration, seen before.
Watch this. Oh yeah, we saw this the other day. Alright.
Internet users thought that this had something to do with methane gas leaking or tectonic plates.
Hey, that's crazy though, still. I mean, if you really think about it, it's pretty nutty. Didn't we? I can sworn I played that video. That's stupid. Oh, I think here it is, the weather phenomena. Here we go.
Bunny, an animal, maybe a face or a heart. But the thing is, when this happens, sometimes
that's amazing,
the
isn't
cloud
it?
is so perfectly shaped that it makes us question if we're not living in some sort of simulation.
Nice edit.
Or maybe if the cloud was designed by someone or something.
That's amazing.
What if we start?
The thing is, it's most likely not the case. It's actually a phenomenon called pareidolia. Now, pareidolia is a psychological phenomenon that causes people to see patterns in a random stimulus.
See?
In other words, these strangely shaped clouds, they don't prove that we live in a simulation, or maybe that they were designed by someone else.
We get it. I've shown this video several times over the last few years. I still love this video. Don't know what it is. It's bizarre though.
That shit's crazy. It's a cloud with lights in it. Moving weird. I've never seen that.
I mean, you saw that, right? You saw it morphing, right? Like changing and stuff? I mean, I'm thinking I'm losing my mind here. This is so crazy. Watch it again. It's like it's alive. Look at this.
It's a cloud with lights in it.
That is bizarro.
Weird. I've never seen that like that.
That really is bizarre. Watch, it gets worse. Or better. There's lights in it.
Sparkly lights in it. I've never
Look at
seen
that.
Like that. Moving weird.
That is so weird. You see that? The light on the bottom. Watch this. On the bottom, watch the bottom.
Moving weird.
Watch, do I see that? Isn't that crazy? A light will appear right there and flash. Watch the bottom.
Sparkly lights in it. I've
See?
never seen nothing like
That's
that.
so weird, man. Watch.
Moving weird.
Crazy.
Never seen
Look at
anything like this in my life.
The strange phenomenon was recorded by Hector in Philadelphia above 7th and Tioga Streets, and after posting the video it amassed millions of views and thousands of comments. While some internet users believe that this is just a plastic bag or some sort of foam, others think that this is actually something else entirely. One internet user states, the structure seems fairly...
You know, there's another video of a cloud like that over the ocean. So, I don't think it's a plastic bag. It's pretty weird. It is a weird phenomenon. Dun, 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 dun. Phenomenon. It is. There are no glitches in the Matrix in basketball. I hate that when they say, oh, all the players move at the same exact time. And of course they do. They practice and practice together every day. That is one hell of a dog right there. I'm looking for something interesting. Oh, you want to hear sounds in a deep, 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 deep hole? I love these.
Social media of what's supposed to be caves being found under the dried up river and strange sounds coming from
by the
within.
way, I love this guy. He doesn't know what the Euphrates River, he calls it the Euphrates. But this is under the Euphrates River has dried up pretty much. And when it did, underneath these caves just were there the whole time, but they dried out. So they're in the caves that are normally under the Euphrates River, which is now dried up for the most part. So here's what they find inside that cave or cave.
If these videos are real or not, I'm not too sure. What I do know is that a subscriber of ours posted a video of his dog reacting to the strange sounds supposedly coming from under the river. And this is what happens.
So I was just watching this video on YouTube. It was about the Euphrates River drying up. And my dog was sleeping in bed. And as soon as I put it on, she woke up and she got freaked out.
Oh, this is funny. These people are so
she
goofy.
Still seems a little on edge. Check it out.
As soon as the dog hears what sounds like a vocalization of some sort,
I had to play that. I thought that is so freaking funny to me. So now people, are using their animals to determine the paranormal. Look, Chippy. Look at Chippy. He sees something. You've seen those videos before. We don't see anything, but Chippy is barking at the garbage can. Is there anything in the garbage can? They look in the garbage can. No, there's some dog bones, a steak that nobody finished, some cereal, some ice cream. Nope, nothing in here. Of course he's barking at the garbage pail. You got a whole bucket full of food in there. I'm joking. On the other hand, there's those real animal situations where they see something like a baby would, like yesterday when I played the video of the baby, Uncle, shh, and she's talking to Uncle who was dead recently. But now people are getting smart and they're watching their animal. I think that's smart. What if The dog understood what he heard or she heard. I don't want to shame the dog of its identity. But what if? What if it understands? That's interesting. Maybe I'll rent a dog and see. I don't know. It's interesting.
It freaks out. Check this out.
See? Daddy, he's saying he's coming to kill me. Daddy? Translation: anybody who listens to this will die in 7 hours.
Whatever this thing.
Well, I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, because I don't really think the dog got a little crazy or anything. But the dog did get, was alarmed by it. I find it very interesting. Animals are unbelievable empaths. Did you know that? Dogs are empaths? Hell yeah, they're empaths. I like saying empaths. Oy, man. I saw, I definitely was wondering about that. I've got this interesting video here that comes from, well, I don't know. But it shows what may be some form or creature that is washed up on shore. I think I know what it is. I think I know what this is. You know what it looks like? Well, it could be two things. Could be art, right? Somebody could have made it and threw it on the beach. Or it's half man, half gorilla. And they're doing experiments. This one escaped, didn't make it that far, and found out how difficult it is to swim the Atlantic Ocean. Right? It looks like a monkey, kind of, right? A little bit of a monkey man. Then you look at the body, and it's got these long-ass fingers, torso that's been ripped up, and what looks like monkey feet. See? See the toe? Monkey. It's a monkey. It's half monkey, half me. It's monkey me. Chimpanzee G. I am Chimpanzee G. Oh my gosh, somebody better make a meme of that. That is beautiful. Chimpanzee G. Stupid. It's true. All right. Another UFO video. I think you guys will, I think you'll like this one, actually. And it's a minute and a half, or a minute long, sorry. I don't know. You'll have to watch it yourself. And I definitely want to know what you think. Not really. I don't need to know.
There was two objects. One was coming out.
It's a balloon.
Like fading out and then coming back again.
It's a train. It's a tree.
Like it disappeared and it came back at the same location. It can't be planes because they weren't moving in it. They're just standing still. And there's two just disappeared. Leaving one left. Honestly, and 1, 2 just disappeared. They're going to come back again. And look, two of the lights are going to come back again.
How does he know that?
Yeah, what you'll see two come back again, and they're exactly the same position.
You want to know why? These are flares. These are flares.
We can just quickly. Oh look, one's turned up down the bottom. Look where. Look,
oh, look, it's going up.
Yeah, it's just turned up. I mean, that's not a plane.
Which way's our room? I'm going to walk back because I need to take a start.
That's interesting. Wait, I want to see the ones disappear.
You can see that there was two objects. One was coming out.
See the one up top?
Like fading out. And then
And it doesn't look like it's moving either. It definitely looks stationary.
and it came back at the same location. You can't be playing.
Sorry, it is moving.
Just standing still. And then there's two just disappeared.
I know what these are.
Honestly, and one.
You know, this looks white, but it isn't. It's actually orange, and you can see the orange tinge in it when it moves. Now, they drop flares from skies, but did you know they actually release them as balloons as well? Yep, so I think that's what these are. Yeah, they've definitely got balloon flare qualities. I think they're called buflares, right? Aren't they? Buflares? I just can't believe Lou Elizondo saying that. It's weird. At the risk of haters trying to sabotage our efforts, I don't understand it. Why would you say that? What haters? What haters? That's all I want to know. And he never tells us who. You know, we never know who the haters are. We don't know. I really don't think it's us. No, I think what Lou's talking about is the government. It just can't be us. I don't want to watch this. I am really freaking out though, because I had emails sent to me, and it just doesn't make sense where some of these things disappear to. You know, I keep getting these emails from Greer about For Hidden Truth, Forbidden Knowledge, about his book. It's a memoir of Stephen Greer. And it says in an astounding and moving true story, Greer relates his own personal experiences with E.T. peoples and the unfolding of cosmic awareness since his childhood. You know, I can give you guys some bullshit story tomorrow. I wonder if it would take off. Like, because I could make up something like this, and just using the dreams I've had, I can create an abduction story, you know, a visitation story, just like Anjali does, just like everybody does. I think that's where all these ideas come from, our dreams, the real reality. Yeah, maybe it is. From his sighting of a UFO at an early age, to his amazing near-death experience at 17, to his unraveling of the secret cabal running the illegal transnational energy and UFO-related projects, to his meetings with CIA director, U.S. senators, head of state and royalty, you will be moved, shocked, and enlightened as you read through his memoir. Here's an example of the gems of information hidden. Truth book. I mentioned earlier a gentleman who had approached me at a lecture in Tennessee who said he didn't know why I was not dead yet and that they had been watching what I was doing. He was a man who had personally been involved with and seen the launching of weapons system that had targeted and destroyed an extraterrestrial vehicle. He has individually specific knowledge of those systems. During this period between the early 90s and late 90s, you know, in the 90s somewhere between 91 and 99, I met not one but a dozen people who had either been at facilities who were developing these weapon systems or who were at actual events where we had targeted and hit extraterrestrial vehicles using advanced electronic system. Hold on a second there, Dr. Greer. And I say doctor with a question mark. What? extraterrestrial vehicles, plural, where we had targeted and hit extraterrestrial vehicles using advanced electronic systems. Translation: we aimed the weather radar. We aimed our radar detection systems at the UFOs, and they went crazy. Yeah, they went nuts. Who comes up with this shit? You know? First of all, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. That's like trying to put a DVD in a tape player. That's like trying to put a DVD on a record or a CD on a record player. It ain't gonna work. You have two way different technologies. You mean to tell me our little tiny archaic ancient radar is our advanced electronic system? Well, Rich, it's more than just that. Of course it is. Of course it is. To finish up what Greer was saying, in this hidden truth gem, in reality, the real action has always been in the area of electromagnetic weapon systems and EMP weapons. You just said the same thing twice. In reality, this is how it reads. In reality, the real action has always been in the area of EMPs and EMPs, electronic pulse weapons, electromagnetic pulse weapons, and scalar. Scalar. When an ET craft materializes in our time space, it is vulnerable to these advanced electromagnetic pulse weapon systems. These EMP weapons are illegal and contravene the provisions of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Right. How come I always hear it's it's something else? It's radar, it's sonar, it's whatever the far. Scalar. It's EMP. Second of all, scalar and EMP weapons alike wouldn't work. I tell you this because I've seen it. I have been to the other side of the universe where scalar really works. No, it does. It's so stupid. This is why people don't trust Greer skin. Ew. It looks like he's wearing skin. Greer skin. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. 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 All right. I'm gonna play this for a minute. No, I'm not. I don't want to put you to sleep. I don't want to put you to sleep. I said I don't want to put you to sleep. Hold on. All right. Watch this for a second. I got to get something real quick. You want to see? You want now? Don't do that. All right. The thing is, I am so hungry. Yeah, that's weak. I'm trying to find this video. Okay, Do you remember the other day when I played a video of a guy who was talking to nobody, and on the security camera, his friend, his coworker, saw him talking to nobody in the garage? You know, who are you talking to? He radios over to his friend. Oh, I'm talking to Mr. Jacobs. He wanted to get an estimate on how to fix da-da-da-da-da. And he goes, who? Mr. Jacobs, you know, but he goes, bro, they died in a car accident a couple of days ago. What are you talking about? You're not talking to anybody. Come here. He's like, what do you mean? Hold on, Mr. Jacobs. I'll be right back, okay? And he goes, you're talking to nobody. He leaves. He looks at the thing and freaks out. I was talking to him. He was right there. Nah, Jacobs died. And I said, I thought there was another video. Not only is there another video, there's a few other videos of people talking to nobody. So I found another one of these, and it's just really bizarre.
And this is what he caught on camera. In the video, you can see Jason's co-worker doing surveillance in a condominium in Colombia. Apparently, he's having a conversation with someone that isn't there. Confused, Jason contacts his buddy, and this is what happens next.
¿Qué hizo? Era, ¿usted con quién está hablando ahí?
¿Cómo estoy hablando?
Sí, ¿con quién está hablando ahí luego usted?
Con una propietaria de la casa 125.
Marica, la propietaria de la casa 125 falleció hace como unos 20 días, marica.
No, ¿cómo así? ¿Qué me está diciendo?
Sí, no, usted está hablando ahí solo, marica. Lo estoy viendo aquí por la cámara, usted está hablando ahí solo.
Uy, no, ¿cómo a mí está
That's unbelievable. Okay.
When Jason's co-worker realizes that he's talking by himself and that there was no one there, he runs immediately back to the office. What's intriguing at least is that this isn't the first video of its kind, and in my opinion, this one could be the real deal, but I'm not too sure. What's your take? And
you know what I don't like? And I'm going to look for that other video. It almost, and believe me, my memory isn't what it used to be, but I can remember certain things very well. That is almost verbatim what the other guy said to the other guy who was talking to nobody in the garage. So now I'm wondering, is this all a hoax? They're all playing like they're, look, I'm going to do it right now. You ready? Yeah, I'll talk to nobody. As a matter of fact, I feel like I'm doing it already, so I'd be cheating you if I did it. Just, you know, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat. We're having Ma! We're gonna have meatballs. Meatballs! Imaginary friend, right? That's who you go by. Yeah. About 3 times. 3 times a day we have meatballs, yeah. See, you can have conversations if you just make believe they're happening. Huh? And you hear the response in your head, which is your own voice, and you respond back as if you were having a real conversation. It's very easy to do. Some people can't do it. Some people say, Rich, how do you talk by yourself for 2 hours? I say, I do it all day. I do. Oh, Bob, I didn't see this. Motherfucker, I got naked. Time for a show in the cosmic pool. Bob Birkins with the $5 Canadian coin about an hour ago. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I thought I read it. I'm sorry. Hey, Jeanette's here too. Thank you, Bob Birkins. Mucho gusto, generoso. All right. Naked. I did it already. I'm already back in clothes. Thanks, Bob. Because Bob Birkins, 2 B's are better than 1. Boobies. Jeanette, there she is. That's a 2 pound, 2 quid super sticker right there in the middle of the show. Thanks, Jeanette. Glad you can make it. I fell asleep too. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's all right. People are going to start talking. Jeanette fell asleep. Rich fell asleep. Oh, oh, no. Well, Jeanette and I have a connection. Let's just say that. It's across 6,000 miles, but nonetheless, good to see you. Thanks for the £2, 2 quid, Jeanette. Mucho gusto, generoso. So I go to my treatment in the morning for my foot, which I've only got 2 weeks ago. And by the way, the foot looking beautiful. So there's no other way to describe this, but a lesbian was sitting across from me in her recliner, very butch. That's what they are. What do you want me to say? What am I going to say? Manly girl? Anyway, she was like that. Very husky. Very, butchy. And the nurse comes over to me, a nice black lady, southern accent. I think she's from New and be honest with you, I think she is. And she said something to me and she goes, your blood pressure is 200 over 110. I said, there's no way it could be. She's like, me man, I tell you, and she said it with this accent. And I felt like I was there with her in Louisiana, wherever she's from, New Orleans. And I said, honey, there's no way I could be 200 over 110. Your machine's broken. So she leaves. And as I said that, as I called her honey, I just happened to look up and I was getting daggers thrown at me from Butchie across from me because I called her honey. This single white male that everybody hates nowadays from the LGBTQRSTUV club, they'd rather us be dead. But she just wanted to kill me. But I didn't say it like a misogynistic dude. I said it as, hey, honey, she called me darling. And I was like, hey, honey, it's like, hey, I don't call people honey. Hey, yo, sweetheart, come here for a second. I don't do that. Yo, Toots, over here. I want to talk to you for a minute, huh? Yo, hey, lady. I'm not that guy. I am like, I grew up with women. My whole life. 3 women raising me. Come on. And more if you count my mother's friends and an aunt and a cousin and an uncle. Oh. How'd he get in there? But anyway, I don't... What was I saying? I don't even know why what was I talking about all that? Oh yeah, because she wanted to kill me for saying, I thought that was just funny. I just thought I'd bring that up. I've been thinking about it all day. Even when I slept. I'm like, oh man, that was great. How she just thought I was being misogynistic. It's just amazing to me. You want to see, No. Halloween is right around the corner, and guess what's coming up in 2 days? Yes, GoofOn is celebrating 4 years on the 19th. So when you come here on the 19th, you might see something a little different. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But I'm trying to make a nice little video for the 19th. Anyway, but that's coming up in a few days. Something else was happening. What else was happening? I don't know. Oh, the MH370. Somebody messaged me and says, hey, if you want to know the real, what really happened, let me know. And I said, sure. Haven't heard back. Haven't heard back. Do you know the Jesse Rostenberg case? I don't know if people in the UK know what it is. It actually is the most famous close encounter case with Nordic aliens in history. Yeah. I got a little video here. Whoa. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. There we go. I unpinned the message that was in there. But I always thought this was such a cool, unbelievable experience that I believe happened. Yeah, this, I wish I... Anyway, maybe we'll do something on this.
It's had a whole crop of flying saucers. Spots in the sky, lights in the sky, strange things. But the strangest of all was seen one day over this cottage. Mr. and Mrs. Rustenberg were living there, quietly, out in the country. And, well, you just tell me what you saw.
Well, it was one ordinary day. I was waiting for my husband to come home from work, and my two sons went to Cypher to school, and I was getting changed, and I heard this terrific noise. It was just like a giant cauldron of water being poured onto a fire, a shh sort of noise, you know. And the first reaction was, oh, the children. I thought maybe a plane was crashing or something like that. And I slipped my jumper on and went outside to find my two sons lying flat on the ground in the garden in front of the house, shouting, "Mummy, Mummy, there's a flying saucer." Well, naturally, I just said, "Come on, don't be stupid. Come in the house." But felt sort of a strange sensation. Wended my way up the side of the house to where we had a pump where we used to get all our water from, and automatically looked up to see this, all I can describe, this huge Mexican hat. It was stationary, this thing, and it was bright silver in colour, and it had a dome. It was tilted to sort of, I could see the occupants in it.
You saw people in it?
I saw people in it. There were two people in there.
First of all, let me tell you this. I have been intently watching this woman. She's truthful. In her eyes, she saw something that looked like a Mexican hat. You know the one, sombreros, but flatter on the top, not as conical. Wow, she saw people, as she's describing it, in the craft, two of them. And when she said it, there was no uncertainty. There was a little bit like, I get the sense that she still feels weird telling the story, like she's thinking of, like, this is the first time she's telling it to somebody of serious nature. So I think she's got this energy about her that may seem like she's lying. But I don't know. I've never done a baseline on her, but I could tell, in my opinion, I think she believes she saw what she is telling us, or him.
These people were beautiful people. That's the only way I can describe them. They had long golden hair, like a page boy bob, just like the old kings. You used to see photographs of the old kings. And the colour of the hair was golden. Now, I was really...
What were they dressed in?
Did you see how she stroked her left side after she said their hair was golden? She... there it is. She was remembering and also trying to get the sensation of maybe having hair like that. It's very strange, subliminal, subconscious things going on here. Watch again.
The hair was golden. Now, I was really...
It's amazing how people are.
They had a sort of a polo neck jumper affair, like a ski top suit.
And by the way, she hasn't touched herself like that any other time until she talked about the golden hair. That's why I brought that up. Isn't that amazing? Let's see if she touches herself the same way on the side of her left cheek again. I don't know. She probably will now that I mentioned it, because you know that's how it is. But let's see if she touches the cheek in the same manner again.
in pale blue. Now, these people weren't sat behind, one behind the other. They were sat together, but this, whatever it was tilted so that I could see them and they could see me.
Wow.
Were you looking at them through windows, through portholes, or what?
No, not portholes. It was just sort of like a cockpit, I suppose, that had this perspex or glass or whatever it was. They could see me anyway, and I could see them.
Have you noticed she didn't touch her face again or her hair? Isn't that amazing how body language works? But what she's saying here is absolutely amazing to me. They tilted the craft on its side, but yet she said when they tilted it, I could see them and they can see me. Huh. That is an interesting perspective. What a great freaking encounter. God, I would kill for this. She still hasn't touched her face.
And they had beautiful faces. I shall never forget their faces as long as I live. Their foreheads seemed to be a bit larger than, the bottom of their faces as normal people you would expect to see. But maybe this was just whatever they had around their heads, which was like a transparent fishbowl. And they just looked. And I was absolutely paralytic with fear. I couldn't move, although my mind was ticking over. And they looked so sympathetic that I was just mesmerized for what seemed to be, ages, but it could have only been seconds. And I turned to sort of look down at the boys, was unaware that they were with me because I was so absorbed. And the next thing, I looked up and it was gone.
How low had it been?
It had been the height, I couldn't tell you. But the house that you've seen, it was just on top of the roof. It was hovering on top of the roof.
How big was it compared with the size of the house?
It swallowed the whole circumference of the roof.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't see. The roof was completely blotted out. The chimneys I couldn't see. All I could see was this massive object that I described as like a Mexican hat without the bubbles.
And then it flew away sideways or upwards?
No, I didn't see. I just looked up and it had gone.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. She didn't lie. Did you see he asked the question he knew an answer to try to catch her? Because she said, I looked down to check on my kids because I totally was forgetful they were even with me because I was so, looking up at this object, I forgot they were there for a second. I looked down to check up on them to see if they were still there. And when I looked up, it was gone. It was just that quick. And then he asks her later on, what did it look like when it took off? So it was sideways. She says, "What? No, I never saw it." Pretty good. I never saw it took off. What a great freaking and unbelievable. I mean, I still have 2 minutes of that. I'll play a little more later. But what an incredible encounter. And she's saying it's like, I guess the Nordics, who are known to be beautiful looking, taller, slender, more angelic looking human, for lack of a better term. And she says they looked down at me very sympathetic. Like they looked at her, I would imagine, like she was a primitive, like a chimp. When she's telling the story, I put myself in that field with her and I'm trying to imagine, what she's seeing. And it must have been absolutely terrifying, but at the same time, how does it not change you as a person? How does that not change who you are and what you believe in? At that very moment, you're looking at aliens in your mind. Aliens. in a ship that engulfed the circumference of the house. Unbelievable. I would have been a little nervous if I were her. I would have been a little bit nervous. But I guess she didn't. She was more curious than scared. And I like the story. I do. I think the story's interesting. Oh, I wish I could talk about 911. I really do. You want to hear some interesting video with George Knapp, Corbell, and Lakatsky? I know, this is good. I freaking wanted to start the show off with this and I forgot. Listen to this. Corbell says, so you're telling us the U.S. has a UFO in its possession and has been able to access the inside of it. Lakatsky says, yeah. And George Knapp says, how do we know it's a craft and not a doorstop? It has no engine, no wings, no fuel. We don't know if it travels. Do we know if it's a craft? James Lakatsky just confirmed the U.S. government has a UFO in its possession, and he has accessed the interior of the craft. Is this not getting unbelievably weird? Like, when were you going to tell us this, dude? Like, why now? Why? Wait, now we're learning about this? Now we're learning about this. Oh, I guess not. You see it? At the conclusion of a 2011 meeting in the Capitol building with the U.S. Senator and an agency undersecretary Lakatsky, the only one of his books, of this book's authors present, posed a question. He stated that the United States was in possession of a craft of unknown origin and had successfully gained access to it and its interior. This craft had a streamlined configuration suitable for aerodynamic flight, but no intakes, no exhaust, wings, or control surfaces. In fact, it appeared not to have an engine, fuel tanks, or fuel. Lakatsky asked, what was the purpose of this craft? Was it a life support craft used only for atmospheric re-entry or what? If it was a spacecraft, then how does it operate? Two of the DIRDs reviewed in this book are of particular importance in possibly explaining some aspects observed UFO design and performance characteristics. Wow. Wow. And that's chapter 9, DIRDs, research goals. Let's play this. Listen to this. Shall we? Come on, Rich.
I'm going to read you something. Beginning of chapter 9. At the conclusion of a 2011 meeting in the Capitol building with a U.S. Senate in possession of a... In fact, it appeared not to have an engine. The United States government has in its possession a craft of unknown origin, and you were able to access the inside. Is that correct?
The wording that you read is correct. You're going beyond the wording.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you, did that meeting happen? And is it true? And it's true.
Yes.
Okay, so you're telling us, you told us, because you were allowed to tell us, that our government has a UFO in its possession and has been able to access the inside of it, right?
Yes.
Well,
I
that's
was
what I
allowed to tell you. I was allowed to tell you. Let me show the back of the book. This is what
I know, but hold up. George, will you translate, George?
All right, let's try another tack. How do we know it's a craft and not a doorstop? We accessed it. It has no engine. It has no wings. No fuel. It doesn't. We don't know that it travels. Do we know it's a craft or it's just a rock?
George, you're.
That's it. I'll get more of it. Hold on. Question. Interesting. I don't believe him. No. I think Lakatsky's lying. You want to know why? The way he was acting. Number one. Number two. Isn't it obvious? He gave us nothing. You and I could have said the same thing and have gotten it. We could have gone viral. You know what he said? I saw a UFO, had no control panels, no fuel, no this, no that. I couldn't tell what it was. It didn't even have fuel tank. I don't know. There was nothing for me to see. He gave us a description with no details. But he was inside of it. And that's the exciting part. Ooh, you were inside of it. Wow, that's like going and saying you went inside the Gladiator where they did what was that, the Coliseum? That's like saying you went inside there and there was nothing there. There were no seats. There was no stage. There was no dirt. It was just empty. It was just blank. It was void. But when I went back outside and looked at it, oh, it was there. It looked like there was a Coliseum there. But when I went inside, nothing. You want me to believe that? And I'll tell you why you might. You might believe that's true. Because Bob Lazar kind of said the same thing. It looks like it was made from like an injection mold, like a Jello mold. There was no seams, rivets. There was no There was nothing, and no control panel. So everybody's saying the same thing Bob Lazar said, that Bob Lazar stole from a book a couple of years earlier. We all know the story, blah, blah, bloop. Everybody's just, now they're going to go nuts over James Lakatsky saying absolutely nothing. And he's going to go viral for it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's like me saying, I want you to watch this UFO video that I captured. You're going to love it. And I show you a picture of nothing. Blank screen. Or just the sky. Same thing. Where's the UFO? Oh, you don't see it? It's right there. And there's nothing there. It's the same thing. It's bullshit. It means nothing. This is another way for them to stay relevant. It doesn't make any sense for Lakatsky to lie either. So I thought of that. Like, why would he lie? What's the purpose in lying here? Well, I'll tell you what the purpose is. In 2011, when that was discussed, and why it hasn't been brought up since, because this is my first time hearing it. I don't know. How did I not know? How did we not know that? And Corbell didn't know. And he knows the guy. They know him. And now it's coming out. I mean, it's a little too perfect. But it doesn't make any sense. I think it came up by accident, and that's why this is a discussion. It was brought up, and it had to be discussed because it was such a profound statement. Like, wait, hold on. You were inside a UFO? What did you see? Nothing. Was there a chair? Nope. Were there lights? Were there any monitors? Nope. Keyboards? Not even a control panel. So you were in the UFO. Yeah. And saw nothing. That's right. Are you lying to me or no? No, there was nothing in there to see. It was like an empty room, let's say. All right. So no furniture. No, not even that. Not even a thought of anything. Not even that. It's the perfect, can we say it together? Loophole. It's a way you make yourself sound cool and you're not. I'm sorry, when you're not. And Lekatsky's trying to sound cool, and I don't think we need it. No, this is so bizarre. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense to me. He stated the United States was in possession of a craft of unknown origin and had successfully gained access to its interior. This craft had a streamlined configuration suitable for aerodynamic flight, but no intakes, exhaust, no wings, or control surfaces. In fact, it appeared not to have an engine, fuel tanks, or fuel for that matter. So Lekatsky asked, what was the purpose of this craft? Was it a life support craft used for only atmospheric reentry or what? How did it operate if it was a spacecraft? This is the greatest field. There is nothing else like ufology. Nothing like it. That is remarkable. He was inside of a UFO and saw nothing. Perfect loophole. Nah. Wait. Hold on. I got more. I want to look at his body language. Because that's what I'm getting here. Let's take a listen again. We may have to hear a repeat of some stuff.
You read is correct.
And you were able to access the inside. Is that correct?
The wording that you read is correct. You're going beyond the wording.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you, did that meeting happen? And is it true? And it's true.
Yes.
Okay, so you're telling us, you told us, because you were allowed to tell us, that our government has a UFO in its possession. And
did you hear what Jeremy just said? Because you're allowed to tell us. What the fuck what is going on with this shit?
You're allowed to tell us.
I don't understand. You're allowed to tell us? Like, you can't just talk about it? I don't get this, man. This is bizarre. It was talked about 12 years ago. What do you mean?
You told us because you were allowed to tell us.
You told us because you're allowed to tell us. Listen to the details of what he's saying. That's crucial. So why would they allow Lekatsky to say this? You want to know why? It's the loophole, guys. It's to create an imaginary UFO that we don't have by not giving details. Bob Lazar gave us little details, but we're not sure anything about Lazar anyway. But if you talk about now and today and Lekatsky, man, I'm telling you, he was allowed. Of course he was allowed, because there's nothing to see here. It's the biggest bullshit loophole lie of the day.
That our government has a UFO in its possession and has been able to access the inside of it, right?
Yes.
Well, that's what I know.
I was allowed to tell you. Let me show the back of the book. This is
okay, there's the diversion. I'm trying to see if this guy's lying about it. he immediately goes to a diversion and then tries to make a joke about it, distracting everybody from the question. Were you lying about this? Is basically what Corbell was asking. Did you make this up? Oh, I was given permission. But he goes definitely, he runs into a distraction mode. That's a little curious to me. So maybe he was told he can say he went inside the craft and saw nothing. To me, that makes sense. Go ahead. You want to say it? Go ahead. I don't give a shit. You're going to say you saw nothing, though. Ah, that's all right. I just want to be in the craft. All right. Jim, you can say that. You're in the craft. But don't you dare tell anybody there's control panels, fuel, wings, or anything. Don't worry. I got a distraction mode ready to go, on the ready. Listen, look at Nap up here. Nap's just loving the lie. He can barely keep his eyes open. Go.
I know, but hold up. George,
I was allowed to tell you, let me show the back of the book. This is
I know, but hold up. George, will you translate, George?
All right, let's try another tack. How do we know it's a craft and not a doorstop? We accessed it. It has no engine. It has no wings, no fuel. It doesn't. We don't know that it travels. Do we know it's a craft or it's just a rock?
George, you're going into the further discussion that occurred that day.
All right.
That is another form of distraction. Why can't he say anything? He's talking slow, which means he's buying time to think of something smart to say. This is bullshit. He never was inside a craft.
We can't go there. But let me tell you, we're going to try to cover that in the future. But it's delicate. It makes the technology described in here look primitive.
Why is it delicate? Why is this topic that the United States government has a UFO in its possession and we've been reverse engineering it? You've admitted it. Why is it delicate?
Good.
The details. I'm old school. I won't use the term adversary, competitor as the way we describe. We are surrounded, maybe not surrounded, but hopefully not so, by our enemies. And our enemies, you can be sure they're listening to this show right now. You can be sure that they were monitoring OSAP. You can be sure that perhaps they had employees, hopefully not in GIA, but in the contractor part, that were giving out information. I know that.
Oh my God. What is going on? How dumb does he think we are? Unreal. Hey, guys. Look, you just asked me if this is a rock or if it's a craft. We're surrounded by enemies at any given moment. And the things that I say and everything we talk about is being monitored. I guarantee it. They're listening to everything we say. So, you don't want to give your enemies vital information. Shut the front door. You can't say whether it's a craft or a rock. Everybody knows it's a UFO, oh my God. Then it's not a UFO. Then it's a rock. And you're lying. How stupid is this guy? How stupid does he think we are? This is how you know this guy's a lying sack of turd. Lying out his asshole. That is not a difficult question to answer. That's not giving the enemy anything they don't already know. And he's saying, oh, they could be employees. Oh, no, hopefully not where I was, but, they could have been employees and working right here next to me. Like we're dummies. then it's not a UFO. If you can't answer the question, why am I even talking to you? Corbell's not asking him anything that's too tough to answer. You're there talking about a UFO. George asks, so is it a rock or a UFO? Well, I gotta tell you, I can't answer that. People are listening. The enemy's everywhere. Idiot, 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 idiot. I'm talking about me. Oh, it makes me so angry to listen to this. You know, it really is bizarre. They're bizarre. Just bizarre people. That other side of ufology is just bizarre. Man. Why would he have to lie about that? What's the big idea? You know? What's the big idea? Doesn't make any sense. Hold on. I'm looking for another video here. This is interesting. Let me see if this is good. You know, that's another point I forget. I mentioned it. What do you mean you're allowed to tell us? What does that mean? I don't like it. It's not right. Allowed to tell us? All right, I have the interview here. This is just too good to not talk about right now. Listen to this. Let's just listen to it one more part. Seriously. We'll do fair use on it. Here we go.
Question you're saying people should ask is, why did you do all the defense intelligence reference documents? So can you answer that? Why did you do all those defense intelligence reference documents?
And the answer is no, I can't answer that, because that would be an answer that would just floor people.
Really?
Yes. The real answer. And by the way, I don't know whether there's ever been real criticism, but there kind of has by the nature of some of these topics. We solicited the input for the topics for the 38 papers from Air Force intelligence, CIA.
Man.
We had no choice. But
other interview you've given about
spatial temporal translation, configuration, a whole bunch of other aspects of UFO performance that is translatable into theoretical physics, eventually into engineering. So that's really the second book.
In the only other interview you've given about OSAP, you had said that the DIRDs essentially established a baseline for analysis. It's a baseline of here's what humans are known to be able to do. Here's what we think humans will be able to do in 50 years. And when we look at UFO cases that you do in great detail in this book, it is clear that this is technology that we certainly didn't have 50 years ago, that we don't have now, and it's not even clear we will have 50 years hence. This is a nuts and bolts UFO book, and it was a nuts and bolts UFO program, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely correct.
Now, the thing is there have been, again, on the internet, because anything can be said on the internet, it seems, factual or not. Well, one thing that is not factual is DIA knew what it was getting into in regard to both aspects that column just described to you. And let me end my statement right here.
What?
We had no choice but to pursue both aspects.
I really don't buy what this guy is saying. He was waiting. Oh my God, the classic look me in the eye, talk as seriously sounding as possible, and then stare when you're done talking. Typical, I'm stronger than you with my eyes routine. This James Lakatsky is just not good at lying. Watch.
Thing that is not factual is DIA knew what it was getting into in regard to both aspects that
I believe that was
just described to you. And let me end my statement right here. We had no choice but to pursue both aspects.
Jesus. We'll do more on that another time. There's just too much to go over. I'll have to watch the episode. I didn't realize I forgot it was on. What was that, last week? Yeah, I'll have to watch that. That was pretty good. All right, we've reached 2-hour limit. Unbelievable. I can't believe we went this long. I'm sorry we were late tonight, but, we delivered. Sorry it was late, though. But, hey, man, we'll be back tomorrow. I think I'm going to change the show tomorrow. Oh, wait, I got another PayPal, it looks like. From Nathan. He says, funds from the field. Yeah, good, all over the words. Exactly. Thanks, Nathan. I'm sorry I almost missed it, though, but thank you very much. That was just several minutes ago. So, yeah, that was over an hour and a half ago. And I didn't see it. And I've already... All right, Nathan, I got you. I'm sorry, man. I hope you're still here to see me say thank you for that, but I'll email you. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you to moderators and super chatters. I mean, unbelievable. Thanks for the support. It's humbling. Thank you. And you can continually support. All the links are in the show description as well. As the newcomers and the veterans, really appreciate the new people giving the show a chance. Don't forget to subscribe. Takes 2 seconds, and then thumbs up this. Everybody says, even YouTube says, hey, the more thumbs up, the more comments you get on your channel for each video, the more it'll appear in your recommendations. I've done the research. I haven't seen it, but if you guys, let's still do it anyway, just in case I'm wrong. So thank you for supporting the show that way. We do it every night here, except for Sundays. What do we do? Truthology for ufology. For you. That was scary. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. I'm going to go watch the Diamondbacks. Be good to each other. All right? Be good to yourself. And alien bless. Alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.